A good poetry is that yes, a good poetry is that spontaneously overflow of powerful feelings in which it recollected in tranquility. Okay. So according to William Wordsworth, a good poetry is that spontaneously overflow of powerful feelings and that recollected in tranquility. Okay. So a poetry is come out from our heart, from our emotion, from our thought, not in just a brain. If you have a no emotion, if you have a no concept, if you have a no feelings, you cannot write any poem. If you have an idea about the nature, if you have an idea about the farm, if you have an idea about the moving of water or floating of the wave, so you can imagine, you can think about and write the beauty of nature, beauty of the flowers. Okay, so the function of poetry, yes, the function of poetry. So before I am taking an example or detailing to the function of poetry, a good poetry is that which give us a delight and instruct. Two things is that delight and instruct. Delight and instruct. Okay, delight and instruct, or the function of poetry is to give us pleasure. Okay, so the function of poetry is give to us delight, instruct and pleasure. So poetry is a communication. What is poetry? Poetry is a communication, and it is his own pleasure that the poet communicates. So the poetry and poet, poetry and poet, okay, poetry and poet, they are relating to each other. Poetry is written by a poet, or poet what write, that we call poetry. Very simple things. So in poetry, what was written or what is writing in the poetry, that is communicates by a poet, by a person. So in the poetry, poet is a communicator, or the poet communicates to the poetry. That is a, we may say, way of exchange or way of interaction. So poetry is written by a poet, or a poet write to the poetry. Okay. Yes. So poetry is giving us delight, instruct and pleasure, and that was given by whom? Given by a poet. So the poetry or a poet, they are our instructor. They gave us delight, they gave us pleasure. Yes, poetic pleasure is not mere ideal amusement like rope dancing or sherry drinking. Yes, very important thing also here explained. So pleasure does not mean only the what? idle amusement, which is no value, which is no meaning, that is not pleasure. Pleasure is that a serious poetry provides a pleasure of a more exalted kind. It is the pleasure which results from increased knowledge and understanding. He considers poetry superior to both history and philosophy as well as to science. Here, according to Wordsworth, he raised his value, or he assert his value that poetry is superior to both history and philosophy as well as to science. In what sense? He regards it as the most philosophical of all writings, the impassioned expression, that is, the contents of all science. The appeal of science is merely to the intellect. Poetry complements science by adding feelings to its truth. By its imaginative treatment, it makes people more fully aware of them. So, now we can understand the concept of poetry. Poetry is that poetry is a communication to whom? To the reader. And what is? He gives, poetry gives us pleasure and delight. So next one is, we are now discussing that qualification of a poet. Okay. Now, next, the function of poetry. The poet, or who is poet? Who is poet, or the what? The poet qualification, or the qualification of a poet. Okay. So next, now we are discussing who is a poet, or what? The standard of a poet. Okay. The poet, his qualification. Okay. The poet, his qualification. That means without standard, without qualified, no man can write a good poetry. Okay. So the poet, he has certain possess a minimum standard, or he has also qualified the minimum degree. In what sense of degree? Not in the sense of degree means not only in the sense of education or a certificate, but in the sense of higher than to the ordinary man. So the poet must be the extraordinary talent, or the extraordinary idea must possess in the mind of a poet than a ordinary man. Okay, so the poet, his qualification. Okay. Yes, so the poet is essentially a man speaking to man. Yes, a poet has essential qualification, or essential a man speaking to man. A poet speak to another man, or a poet speak about man. He differs from other men, not in nature, but merely in the degree of his gifts or his talents. Okay. He is a man of greater sensibility. Okay. He is a man of greater sensibility. greater sensibility. That means he as much as gathered a large experience and observation, reflection and imagination, and of greater powers of communication. He can communicate to others. That is a general standard of a poet. And he also, he can comprehend truth to which others remain blind. So he can analyze and he can comprehend or understand the meaning of truth, which is other cannot realize, other remain blind. Okay. He can see into the heart of things and can communicate his own understanding of the soul of things to his readers. Thus, the preface makes it clear that Wordsworth's understanding of his own calling is a very jilted one. So, my dear students, in the next class, we are in the next class we will more detail about the process of poetic creation. Okay, the process of poetic creation and the value and significance, or the poetic diction or the poetic views on the poetic diction. Okay, so today I stop my lectures method before you. We will discuss or we will conclude to the last ideas of the preface, that is poetic creation and the poetic diction by William Wordsworth. That we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.